More like hangry and exhausted. We've all been there. Those days when you feel like you're running on empty, and no amount of coffee seems to help. It's a struggle just to keep your eyes open, let alone feel motivated to do anything productive. Scrolling through Instagram, mesmerized by pictures of our favorite celebrities looking absolutely flawless. Their skin is glowing. Their hair is perfect. They seem to have it all together, living their best lives while we sit here in our pajamas feeling like a hot mess. And their bodies? Don't even get me started. Perfectly toned, sculpted, and seemingly effortless. It's like they have some secret formula that the rest of us just can't seem to crack. It's easy to get caught up in the fantasy, wishing we could bottle their secrets and achieve that same level of effortless beauty. We daydream about what it would be like to walk the red carpet, to have that kind of confidence and poise. So when I stumbled across Beyoncé's plant-based diet, I was instantly intrigued. I mean, if it's good enough for Queen Bey, it must be something special, right? The idea of transforming my body and mind with a simple change in diet was too tempting to ignore. Could this be the key to unlocking my inner Queen Bey? Could a plant-based diet really make that much of a difference? I was determined to find out. I'll be honest, the idea of giving up some of my favorite foods for a week was a little daunting. Pizza, chocolate, my beloved morning coffee. These were my comfort foods, my go-to treats when I needed a pick-me-up. Could I really survive without them? The thought of going without my daily caffeine fix or a sweet treat after dinner seemed almost impossible. But I was curious, and the potential benefits were too enticing to pass up. The challenge seemed almost impossible. But the potential rewards? Glowing skin, boundless energy, and maybe even a touch of that Beyoncé confidence? It was a gamble I was willing to take. Glowing skin, boundless energy, and maybe even a touch of that Beyoncé confidence? The idea of feeling that good, of looking in the mirror and loving what I saw, was too tempting to resist. It was too tempting to resist. I decided to take the plunge and commit to a week of plant-based eating. I stocked up on fresh vegetables, whole grains, and all the ingredients I would need to create delicious, nutritious meals. And so, I embarked on my journey, ready to embrace the plant-based lifestyle and see if it truly lived up to the hype. I was excited, nervous, and more than a little curious about what the next week would bring. Little did I know, this experiment would push me to my limits, teach me valuable lessons about my body, and leave me with some surprising results. It wasn't just about the food, it was about discovering a new way of living and thinking. Stay tuned to find out if I emerge from this week feeling like a radiant goddess or a hangry mess. Will the plant-based diet be my new lifestyle or just a passing phase? Join me on this journey and see for yourself. Beyoncé. Need I say more? She's not just a name, she's a phenomenon. She's a global icon, a powerhouse performer, and a role model for millions. Her influence spans across music, fashion, and even lifestyle choices. From her chart-topping hits to her trend-setting fashion, she exudes confidence and inspires us to embrace our own unique power. Her presence is magnetic, and her impact is undeniable. So naturally, when she speaks, we listen. Whether it's about her music, her family, or her personal choices, her words carry weight. Over the years, Beyoncé has opened up about her commitment to a plant-based lifestyle. This isn't just a passing trend for her, it's a dedicated choice that aligns with her values and goals. She's credited it with boosting her energy levels, improving her skin, and helping her maintain her incredible physique. Her glowing skin and toned body are testaments to the benefits of her diet. And let's be real, if it's good enough for Queen Bey, it's definitely worth a try, right? Her commitment to a vegan lifestyle has inspired many to consider making the switch. Beyoncé follows a vegan diet, which means no animal products whatsoever. This includes not just meat, but also dairy, eggs, and even honey. That means saying goodbye to meat, dairy, eggs, and even honey. It's a strict approach, but one that she claims has transformed her health and well-being. It's a strict approach, but one that she claims has transformed her health and well-being. The benefits she experiences are not just physical but also mental and emotional. Intrigued by her dedication and the potential benefits, I decided to dive headfirst into the world of veganism for a week. I wanted to see if I could experience the same positive changes. Could I handle the restrictions? Would I miss my favorite non-vegan foods? These were the questions swirling in my mind as I embarked on this journey. Would I be able to find delicious plant-based alternatives to my favorite foods? Only time would tell. The week ahead was filled with anticipation, curiosity, and a bit of apprehension, but if Beyoncé could do it, maybe I could too. Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What does a week on Beyoncé's vegan diet actually look like? Get ready for a sneak peek into my daily menu. Green smoothies were my go-to. Think spinach, kale, berries, banana, and almond milk, blended into a refreshing and surprisingly filling drink. Salads were the star of the show. I loaded up on leafy greens, colorful veggies, chickpeas, lentils, and tofu for protein. Veggie burgers, lentil soup, tofu stir-fries, and veggie-packed pasta dishes kept things interesting. I experimented with different spices and sauces to add flavor and keep things from getting boring. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds were my saviors when hunger struck between meals. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What did I miss the most? Cheese. Oh, how I craved a cheesy pizza or a creamy pasta dish. And don't even get me started on chocolate. Those cravings were real, my friends. Day 1 of the Beyoncé diet arrived and I was ready to conquer it. I started my day with a green smoothie. The taste wasn't bad, but I definitely missed my usual bowl of cereal. Lunch was a salad, which was surprisingly filling thanks to the chickpeas and tofu. By dinner time I was craving carbs like crazy. I resisted the urge to order takeout and opted for a lentil soup instead. It was tasty, but I went to bed feeling unsatisfied. Day 2 was a bit easier. I was getting used to the routine. I still missed my coffee, but I found a delicious almond milk latte that helped curb the cravings. My energy levels were a bit low and I felt sluggish throughout the day. I was starting to wonder if this diet was really all it was cracked up to be. Where was the glowing skin and boundless energy everyone raved about? I was starting to feel a bit discouraged. Section 5, Day 3 and 4, Where's the protein? My cravings take charge. By day 3, my cravings were in full force. I dreamt of cheeseburgers and chocolate chip cookies. The lack of protein was starting to get to me. I felt weak and tired and my workouts suffered. I pushed through, reminding myself of Beyoncé's dedication. If she could do it, so could I. Day 4 was a blur of salads, smoothies, and veggie burgers. I was starting to get the hang of meal prep, which made things a lot easier, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was missing out on some key nutrients. I started researching plant-based protein sources to make sure I was getting enough. I also noticed that I was constantly thinking about food. It was all I could focus on. Was this normal? Was I doing something wrong? Section 6, Day 5 and 6, Unexpected energy and a newfound love for lentils. Something amazing happened on Day 5. I woke up feeling energized. I had more energy than I had all week. My workouts felt easier and I was in a much better mood. Maybe my body was finally adjusting to the diet. Day 6 brought more of the same. I was feeling lighter and more energized. I even discovered a newfound love for lentils. Who knew they could be so versatile and delicious? I experimented with different recipes and was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed them. My cravings were also starting to subside. I still miss cheese and chocolate, but it wasn't an all-consuming obsession anymore. I was actually starting to enjoy the challenge of finding creative and delicious plant-based meals. Section 7, Day 7, Cheat Meal Confessions and Weighing the Results. Day 7 arrived, and I have to be honest, I cheated. I couldn't resist the allure of a cheesy pizza any longer. But here's the thing. It didn't even taste as good as I remembered. My body was so used to eating clean and healthy that the greasy pizza actually made me feel sick. I stepped on the scale, curious to see if there were any changes. I had lost a few pounds, but I knew it was mostly water weight. The real transformation was how I felt. I had more energy, my skin was clearer, and I felt lighter and healthier overall. While the number on the scale wasn't drastically different, the way my clothes fit and the energy I felt were undeniable. Section 8, The Beyoncé Diet Worth the Hype or Just Hype? So after a week of living like Queen Bey, what's the verdict? Did following Beyoncé's plant-based diet bring about the transformative results it promises, or was it just another fleeting trend? Was it worth it? The answer is complicated. Like many things in life, the results were a mixed bag. On one hand, I experienced some amazing benefits. My energy levels increased, my skin cleared up, and I felt lighter and healthier. It was as if my body was thanking me for the change. I felt a renewed sense of vitality and well-being. The plant-based meals were not only nutritious but also surprisingly delicious. I also discovered a love for plant-based foods that I never knew I had. The variety of flavors and textures was a delightful surprise, and I found myself looking forward to each meal. On the other hand, this diet was incredibly restrictive and difficult to stick to. The cravings were real, and I missed some of my favorite foods dearly. The longing for a slice of pizza or a piece of chocolate was almost unbearable at times. The strict guidelines made it challenging to enjoy social gatherings or spontaneous meals. I often felt left out when friends indulged in their favorite treats. It also required a lot of planning and preparation, which isn't always easy with a busy schedule. The time spent on meal prepping and grocery shopping was significant. Balancing work, social life, and this diet felt like juggling too many balls at once. The constant need to plan ahead was exhausting. Ultimately, I wouldn't recommend following this diet strictly long-term. It's not sustainable or enjoyable for most people. The rigidity can lead to burnout and frustration. It's important to find a balance that works for you. A diet should enhance your life, not make it more stressful. However, I do believe there are valuable lessons to be learned from Beyoncé's plant-based lifestyle. Incorporating more plant-based meals into your diet can have significant health benefits. Experiment with different recipes, find what you enjoy, and listen to your body. You don't have to go all in to reap the benefits. Even small changes can make a big difference. Embrace the journey and be kind to yourself. Your body will thank you for the effort. You might be surprised by how amazing you feel. The key is to find a sustainable approach that fits your lifestyle and makes you feel your best. Section 9. Stay tuned for more wellness adventures. That's a wrap on my week-long experiment with Beyoncé's vegan diet. It was a roller coaster of emotions, cravings, and surprising discoveries. Remember, everybody is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. The key is to find what makes you feel your best and to nourish your body with whole, nutritious foods. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next wellness adventure. Until next time, stay healthy and fabulous.